So Bill Belichick is no longer the head coach of the New England Patriots, as him and the Patriots have parted ways after winning them 6 Super Bowls. And so we've decided, even though Bill Belichick hasn't signed anywhere to be the new head coach, there was rumors of him going to Atlanta as he had multiple meetings. And pretty much Arthur Smith got fired as well too. So yeah, Brian Belichick. Why do I keep thinking of Brian? Bill Belichick, head coach of the Falcons. Let's see how it looks like in Madden. Bill Belichick is not in Madden, and we have him here though. Coach William Belichick at the Atlanta Falcons. That's the best I could do for how he looks like. And we have a big rebuild ahead of us. So at the start of the season, this is what we have going on, right? So Desmond Ridder, who I have total faith in on a personal biases. We have Desmond Ridder, Bijan Robinson, crew of running backs, great receivers. This team on paper looks really solid. And on defense needs some work. And we have just a bunch of older D linemen and honestly an older front seven. Cornerbacks, we have to put some work in there too. We have AJ Terrell, Jeff Okudah, Jesse Bates, Richie Grant. So we have some gems here and there, but it's still not enough, right? And what we're going to do here is just try to see if the way how we're making this seem like a Patriots rebuild or Bill Belichick rebuild is that we're using the playbooks that New England has for this offense and defense, and hopefully that it works out. We know that Belichick likes to stick with what he has and then do in-season trades if it's possible. But Chris Lindstrom, top right guard in the league, arguably the best right guard in the league. He's going to stay on the team, obviously. Jesse Bates just signed him, so he can't go anywhere. AJ Terrell, same situation with him. Kyle Pitts is going nowhere. Cordell Patterson, honestly, I think we could just move on from him. We don't need him to be the X option here, so we could just move him away. We're looking for a left outside linebacker. Defense is definitely a need. So maybe we give Cordell Patterson to a team that needs a running back, right? So Chuba Hubbard would be perfect over there. Send him over there for a 4th round pick. Cordell Patterson for a 4th. That goes through. So we just stock up on a pick right there. Calais Campbell, we're going to have to keep him because we have that veteran presence. A lot of guys we can't really move on from, which is okay for right now, but we're going to have to, we see $2.47 million for a guy like Mike Kyle Walker. No one else really seems to be eating up too much of the cap room, so I guess we're okay there. And as we scroll to the bottom, doesn't seem like that's the case that we're getting kind of abused, so that's fine with me. So, okay, that's what we have. That's what William Belichick has to work with. And I'm going to see when we go to adjust lineup. I know it's going to tailor towards Desmond Ridder, but it's a 78% zone scheme fit. And as you guys can see, the offensive and defensive playbook works well. So West Coast zone run, we need a field general quarterback, strong arm. I don't think Desmond Ridder has a strong arm, but it could tailor towards him. It does not, so we don't want it to be like that. I want us to also use the run heavily too. I think it's really good if we could run the rock. So field general doesn't really pop out anywhere except West Coast zone run possibly. Maybe this works. It works for Desmond. Doesn't work for our center. Works for our right guard, which is solid. Running back doesn't work well for him either, but he'll be able to do it all. And we moved on from our other guys, so that should be fine. So receivers, they're going to be pretty solid too. In year 2, and Kyle Pitts, John Smith, these guys will be solid. Defense, it says we're running a disguise 3-4. I'm just going to change it to base 3-4. It doesn't make any sense to have it anything else. So base 3-4, that works out. Let's see what the scheme fits. So basically everybody fits the scheme, so that works out really well. And corners are looking pretty good, so we're going to just go through this season, see how it plays out, see if the Bill Belichick effect happens. But I hope we don't make the playoffs so we can make a good rebuild, but let's see. So we ended up going 12-5. Great, phenomenal. Exactly what I wanted, right? The Bill Belichick effect happened. Our offense finished 10th. Desmond Ridder had 77 or 33 passing touchdowns. 33 touchdowns, 14 picks for Desmond Ridder, 105 pass rating, pretty good. 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns for Bijan Robinson. Van Jefferson was our lead receiver. Drake London didn't really do too much, so that's interesting how that played out. Defense, 9 sacks from Bud Dupree, 11 from Calais Campbell, so these guys just took off, right? Veteran performance. I like it, though. Offense finished 10th, and defense, normally Bill Belichick's defense are pretty solid, finished 2nd, so, hey, it worked. The Patriots' defense worked out. And we got to, be great. We got to be great. So we faced the Saints. Ended up beating the Saints 31-17. Not bad. So Well, the first playoff game for Desmond Ritter and that Falcons young team with Belichick as coach, they ended up winning the game 31-17. And in this game, Desmond Ritter went off. 113 passer rating. Derek Carr threw a pick and got sacked twice. Bijan, 10 carries, 140 yards, 1 touchdown. We're using him well. Matt Collins went off, so we love to see that. And then defensive side of things, Grady Jarrett had a sack, and so did Lorenzo Carter, and AJ Terrell had a pick. So Bill Belichick has this team, playing well. And we faced the 12-5 Niners, while the Cowboys were the number 1 seed, and they faced the number 6 Giants. Bengals were the number 1 seed. Wow. So that's very interesting how that played out. But, all right. I like what we're doing here. Let's look at how we fare against the Niners. There's no round. We give up 7 to the Niners. Our guys have the ball. They do nothing with it. Oh, threw a pick. So we're down by 10. Let's see if Desmond Ritter could bounce back. Okay, we got 3 points. Defense makes a play. We get the ball back. Tie game. We love to see that. We get the ball back again. We're up 16-0. And looks like, wow, the bounce back is insane. Bounce back is insane because our offense goes down the field. Kick 3. Yes, sir. We're up by 10. We're only up by 3 now. We got the ball, 3rd down alert, 4th down alert, and they get the ball back. Big 3rd down stop. We get a 3rd down stop. Wow, we ended up winning 27-24. Tight game against Brock Purdy and company. Both guys threw a pick. Similar stat lines. Brock Purdy had more yards. Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey kind of got shut down in terms of running, but Tyler Algier ran the ball a lot too. I like that he gets touches. Van Jefferson, bro, that's probably our new number 2 receiver. 9 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Love to see that. And then Scotty Miller actually went off as well too. And Drake London had 2 catches for 31 yards, but hey, I can't complain with that. And defensive side of things, it was a very good game. Lorenzo Carter had a sack. Calais Campbell had a sack. Grady Jarrett had a sack. Bud Dupree and David Onyemata had half sacks. And we didn't give up a sack at all to this Niners defense. So, wow, we're in the NFC chip now. NFC chip, we're facing the 16-1 Dallas Cowboys. We're going over to Dallas. And, man, the Falcons, not the Falcons, the Cowboys, they love doing well in the Madden simulation. But let's see if Bill Belichick and his team can change it up. See if we can shut them down and take ourselves to the Super Bowl. So let's see how we do. Defense makes a stop. We held them to 3. Never mind. I guess we gave up a touchdown. I feel like we probably threw a pick. Defense makes a play. They go for it. We get the ball back, but they get the ball back. It's a very tight game. We're down by 10 points. See if our offense can go down the field, do something, and score before the half. We do. We get the ball back, but they do too. 3rd down stop. Offense. Man, this is a back and forth game. Can we do something here? Can we finally get a score? Yes, we do. We actually do. They listen to me. Let's see if our defense can step up. They can't. 46 seconds left. Kick the field goal or win the game. They kick the field goal, tie game. We need the ball to score. Oh my gosh. Big field goal kick. Okay, we kick 3. Do we stop them? Can we stop them? Oh my gosh. Bill Belichick and this Falcons team ended up stopping the 16-1 Cowboys and sent themselves to the Super Bowl. Desmond Ritter, who threw a pick, threw 50 pass attempts, 341 yards, and Dak Prescott, who had a phenomenal game. Rushing attack, everyone was pretty limited, I'd say. Wow, what a performance. Drake London went off. So did Matt Collins and Van Jefferson. These guys did their thing, but our defense stepped up. The number 2 defense, even though DeMarcus Lawrence had 3.5 sacks. Bud Dupree had 2.5. Lorenzo Carter had a sack. Micah Parsons had a sack. Grady Jarrett had a sack. Half sack from Michael Walker and Leighton Van Der Esch. And then Jaron Kearse had an interception. But we ended up winning and sent ourselves to the Super Bowl. That's amazing. We're facing the Ravens in the Super Bowl. So I was peeping the Ravens doing super well as the number 7 seed, the first 7 seed to win a game and go to a Super Bowl. They beat the number 2, the number 1, and the number 6. That's crazy. They literally handled business. We'd love to see that. And we handled business as well, too, as the number 2 seed. I want to see if the Cowboys' defense was top in the league. So we had a number 2 ranked defense. Giants had the number 1 ranked defense. Or, yeah, Cowboys had number 1. We had the number 3. Oh, no, that's the league standing in terms of overall record. Wow, insane. Cowboys had 18 interceptions while we had 4. They had 38 sacks as well. We had 35 sacks. That's crazy. 18 interceptions is insane. 18 interceptions for both the Niners and the Cowboys. We played both of them. Both top defenses in the league, and we played really well. And Packers had 47 sacks. Man, they went off. But wow, what a performance by us. And we're in the Super Bowl against the Ravens. Lamar Jackson and company, they're not a team to sleep on. And Bill Belichick takes this young squad to a Super Bowl. Let's see if we can add to his resume of already 8 Super Bowl rings. And the 10-7 Ravens have us on the matchup here. It's the Bird Super Bowl. Ravens defense, non-existent. They were middle of the pack. They only had 33 sacks, 5 interceptions, so nothing too crazy. And then another thing here, they were middle of the pack again. They had about 25 passing touchdowns, 30 rushing touchdowns, so not too bad, but only averaged 24 points per game. So they were pretty much a middle of the pack team, but I guess they got it jumping in the postseason. So now we face them in the Super Bowl. This should be a good one. Our defense gets scored on, but looks like we were able to bounce back with a touchdown as well. Where there was a safety that happened, and we gave up a touchdown. Oh my gosh, we're down 30-7 in the first half. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my, the Ravens came to play, bro. That's insane, bro. That's insane. We're getting just annihilated, bro. We got annihilated in the Super Bowl 44-14. What happened, though? Desmond Ridder threw 2 picks. Of course, Desmond Ridder wants to throw 2 picks. Lamar Jackson, unstoppable, right? 15 carries, 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. We couldn't stop him for nothing. Wow. We got humbled big time, and our defense could not get a play. Wow. That's insane. That is crazy. Well, it's a good thing our contract got extended. We lost the Super Bowl that we were probably the favorites to win, so it's kind of sad, but we have lots to improve on. We're a young squad, so there's no doubt in my mind that we can do what we just did and do even better. We have old OGs that we have to re-sign as well. Season recap, Super Bowl MVP went to Lamar. Falcons got no awards, so wow. But we went to the Super Bowl, so that could win all the in-season stuff. They took L to us. And yeah, so let's go to the next week and re-sign some players. Yeah, a lot of these guys we're not going to be able to re-sign, which is a good thing. Which is a good thing because we'll have about $33 million of cap to work with in free agency. And I think that helps us out for the long run, right? And Trey Flowers wants to get re-signed, but I'm cool on it. Matt Collins, I'm going to let him go too. I think Van Jefferson took his role seriously, and we could probably draft a receiver. Nate Landman wants to re-sign, but a franchise tag is not going to happen. Jeff Okudah is gone too, so we just going to have to pick up those pieces. Wow, they did not re-sign Nick Bosa, so that's crazy. But we can't sign him either, so let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Outside linebacker, we're going to need big time. So Malik Reed, we have Lorenzo Carter, who kind of did pretty solid, so I'm going to stick it out with him. Left outside linebacker, we got a guy named Leonard Floyd. He has interest, and he's a scheme fit. A 3-year deal. Leonard Floyd would be great to have on that pass rushing unit, so maybe him, unless there's someone else here. I don't know. I mean, he would fit the scheme perfect, but is that the right decision to go with? We also need an inside linebacker. A young guy like Devin Bush would be great to have in the middle to pair up with Michael Walker. We run a 3-4, so that would work out well. Corners, I'm not really too fond of this draft class, so we could just end up signing someone as well. And then safety, we're set with Jesse Bates, no doubt. Strong safety, we probably need a little bit of help. Well, we have Richie Grant, who's only 26, so we're kind of set at that side. Right end, we definitely need... we're probably going to have to draft, no doubt, because we don't have any depth there. Nose tackle, we run a 3-4, so all we need is Grady Jarrett. So we just get a backup for him. Or we could draft that as well, too. And then at the left end position, I don't remember who we have there, but if we got a guy like, okay, David Onyemata, 3-4 DN, we could stick it out with him for another year. Offense was ranked 10th. I had no problem with the offense. A lot of these positions we could just rebuild through the draft. So Alameda, Zacchaeus could literally come back to our squad, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's go about it this way. I want to get that linebacker. I want to get Lorenzo Carter. I think Lorenzo Carter would fit our scheme well, and he wants to join us. So let's make him the offer. So we make him an offer. Perfect. And we have about $9 million left in cap. So nice. So we're doing pretty solid there. Jordan Tamu, I don't know why he's there, but there he is. Tight end. So tight end position, do we need to fill that position up? We have, yeah, we're set there. So more so offensive line. Offensive line is a position that we could probably look at. We have Matthew Bergen on. Center is a big concern too, but I don't think there's anyone going to be higher than him. So Drew Dahlman's going to have to stay for another season. Right guard, John Runyon. We have Christian Lindstrom. I'm stupid for that. Right tackle, they have Terrence Steele. And then we have Caleb McGarry. Terrence Steele is younger, but we won't even have the cap room for that. So those are the moves we make. Hopefully we can get Lorenzo Carter. Leonard Floyd. That would be a big addition to this defense. Nick Bosa went to the Broncos. But we ended up signing Leonard Floyd, so we get him onto the squad. So hopefully we don't regret that pick. And that was the main pick that we wanted. So let's go into the draft. So our biggest needs are right end. Oh, yeah, we went to the Super Bowl, so we won't even have, like, a solid pick, bro. That's tough. But it's the Patriots team, so of course, or it's a Bill Belichick team, so of course we're going to have to pick late. We may even have to trade back. Romo Duns is here, though, so that's not a bad idea. He was pretty nice at in college. So right end, Braylon Trice. He's a power rusher, A block shed, C finesse move, B power move, A tackling, elite excel. Whoa, he's actually pretty solid. I was going to go receiver, but now let's go with our biggest need. And we're going to get Braylon Trice, hidden dev, too, from Washington. So we get him onto the squad, so he fills up that hole that Calais Campbell left, unfortunately. And with our second round pick, I don't think we can miss with receiver. So we're going to go for receiver here. Whoever's available, Adonai Mitchell, but he's about 6'4", dude. Tez Walker, 6'3", Troy Franklin. Can we just get like a slot corner? I mean, I don't mind the height, but if he's super fast, 4.42, not bad, but Tez Walker, how about you? What is your speed looking like? You're a deep threat, 450. Okay. Then we got Troy Franklin. What do you have? Deep threat, elite excel, 4.38, solid strength. Okay, we're going to draft Troy Franklin, second round, 96 speed. Perfect. He can stretch the team. He can stretch the defenses. We get Troy Franklin from Oregon. I'll take that. Now, if this pick, we could either go to corner or left end. Mike Sandstro from Michigan, he had a pretty solid year. Round 3 to 4, let's see. Mike B catching, B man covers, B press, B to D zone. He's the fastest corner with a 4.42. Doesn't seem too bad, honestly. And then what about at left end? What do we have here? So day 3 projections over there, so it's over for that. We got a guy named McKinley Jackson. We could probably get in the 4th round, but he's not bad, actually. This is a guy I wouldn't be too mad with getting. So we're going to pick up McKinley Johnson. He'll just learn from Grady Jarrett. You know, get a nice rotation going on from Texas A&M. And then we have another 4th round pick. So hopefully we can get that cornerback Mike. Oh, never mind. The Ravens got him. The Ravens stole him from us. That's crazy, bro. Okay, well, that happened. We have another cornerback here, Nehemiah Pritchett. Nehemiah Pritchett is rounded 3 to 4 projection. And we also have Kalen Carson. So let's take a look at who's better. A to C catching, A to C man, B press is C zone. 8th in speed. He's not really the fastest, but D play rec could be a little bit better. Let's look at Nehemiah Pritchett. He's about 6'1". Nah, he looks trash. But he has elite excel, but he has 29th. His 4.59. What's it called? He had a 4.59 40, so that's not really good. Inside linebacker, there's nothing going on there. How about center? Is there something here? Cedric Van Pran, Miles Frazier. A lot of guys that are around or day 3 projections. I like this right tackle with Zion Nelson. We're going to steal that. I feel like that could be a steal. He has B awareness. Doesn't seem too bad. Him and Caleb McGarry can battle. We'll draft them. And then we're going to leave the rest of the draft up to simulation and see what they can do. Draft recap. Now let's take a look at what we got going. So that right end was a 74. Troy Franklin was a 75. McKinley Jackson was a 71. That tackle was a 67. So we kind of took a miss there. We got another running back receiver in Xavier Legend who was a 74. And then Dylan Laube from New Hampshire, and he was a 72, so not bad. Another receiving back to add into our squad, but offense is pretty stacked. I think this next year with this Falcon squad is going to be pretty good. I think, we went to the Super Bowl with Bill Belichick's first year as coach, so that's really good. Coming from the NFC, it's funny how first preseason game is against the Super Bowl champ, so obviously we're not going to play that, but let's take a look at the lineup, what we're working with. I know you guys will probably be pretty content with this. Okay, so Desmond Ridder had a really solid season with what we were running, but the thing is, I want to see if we could make the scheme fit even better. 64% for field general. Maybe it should be higher, but maybe we should just leave it as it is. I mean, we had some pretty good numbers, so and I like what we have here. I like what we have: Troy Franklin, Xavier Legend, Frank Darby, Van Jefferson. These guys are gonna be able to take off in year 2, so This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. And defense is gonna be the main concern. They finished number 2, So we have Michael Walker and Caden Ellis here and Troy Anderson. So hopefully they can hold it down. Leonard Floyd is here along with Lorenzo Carter. So the pass rush unit is a little bit better. Cornerbacks. Cornerbacks are solid. I don't think we drafted one, so we're going to be pretty straight there. Brendan Trice is the first round pick we use. He's a run stopper, so we're going to see how he performs. He's going to learn from Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata. And so this should be a pretty good year. So let's send to the playoffs and see if we could replicate the success we had. So we actually ended up going 7-10, so a little bit of a down year. See what went wrong. Offense finished 16th, so not bad. Middle of the pack, right? Defense finished 28th, so defense took a big hit. Desmond Ridder, I have no problem with his play. Bijan had another 1,000-yard season. No 1,000-yard receiver, though, which is a little bit of a concern for me, but that's okay for now. We didn't even give up that many sacks either, so that's actually really solid. Defense, though, ranked 28th. Grady Jarrett led the team in sacks. Leonard Floyd, kind of lackluster. And interceptions wasn't too crazy. So we need a hitter. We need a guy that's going to explode on defense, right? We need someone that's going to be pretty solid for us. So we only have about $15 million as well. Super Bowl is Ravens-Cowboys. So the Ravens are back-to-back in the Super Bowl. In the NFC, we don't have any Pro Bowlers. Wow. Receivers, no one either. Tight ends, no one. Offensive line, no one. So the respect, besides Chris Lindstrom, of course. Grady Jarrett made it. Thankfully, we see him there. Lorenzo Carter made it. Okay, it's kind of odd. Cornerbacks, safeties, special teams, no one. So they didn't really put any respect on our names. So we're going to have to go big time with what we want to do on defense. And Ravens actually ended up losing the Super Bowl 21-31, and Dak wins pretty much every award. Wow. So hey, it looks like they handle business, but we're going to come back and handle business ourselves too. Kyle Pitts needs to get oh my gosh, this is a big year. Okay, anyone have a fifth option? Okay, Drake London has a fifth option. Cool. AJ Terrell, we got to lock him down. Big time. Lock him down, 5-year deal. We got AJ Terrell back. Kyle Pitts, he's only 24. We have to lock him down too. Okay, so we locked down those cornerstones of the team. Strong safety, Richie Grant. I think he'll take this. A 4-year deal. We get him back, but we need more out of the defense. Mike Hughes, Clark Phillips, and AJ Terrell. Please, guys, hold it down for us. Get Mike Hughes back on the team. Drew Dahlman, our center. He was okay at best, so we can maybe move on from him. And go to someone else. Lorenzo Carter, who's a Pro Bowler, is entering his last year of his contract. We're going to give him a 2-year deal. He actually rejoins us, so it's nice. Jonnu Smith, we're going to let walk. Jalen Mayfield, though, he's a right guard. Backup duties, he's going to test free agency. Wow. Okay, so we have a little bit of stuff going on here, but we'll have about $7 million to go into free agency. So let's see if we could make something work. Maybe make some trades, perhaps. So not too crazy of a free agency class, but there are some gems here. So I want to look at that inside linebacker position, right? So we got a guy named Ernest Jones. Maybe us signing him could be good. Like a nice young gem. I know Belichick would appreciate that. A nice project to work on. And I think with this draft, we're going to definitely draft the left end. There's no doubt about that. So we got the 9th pick in the draft right now. And I'm thinking we go with a center, right? So a center or a left end. A left end would be probably the best bet here, actually, now that I think about it. Center, they got a guy named J.P. McMullen. We need him, though. We'll without a doubt need him. So I'm thinking, but we need a left end. We need to help out our pass rush. And I think Rashawn Worthen would be great to add to the squad. He has B tackling, B power move, B to D finesse, C to F block shed. And he's pretty fast. So let's see what the best position, if he's the best left end available. If there's another gem here. Got a guy named Matt Bronson. We also have Justin Jeffrey. Matt Bronson is sitting here too. C block shed, D finesse move, B to D power move, A tackling. So he looks okay, but then we also have Daniel Galloway. He's a run stopper. A to C tackling, B power move, B block shot. Whoa. I don't know who I'd want to go with here. Because I do want the center too. The center, we're going to go with the center. He's hidden dev. We need that. So Pick up a center. It's pretty high overall, but hopefully he works out for us, right? And then for our next pick, then we're gonna go with the left end. See if anyone's sitting there. If not, we'll have to just make a trade. Maybe trade around the pick. And let's see what we have remaining here. So at left end, we have Robert Price. How about nose tackle? Nothing really left here. Any first round projections that we could use, perhaps? First round corner and Wendell Little. A catching, A man coverage, C to C press, A to C zone coverage. Seventh. I'm gonna draft him. He has hit a 6'4" corner with 95 speed from LSU. Yeah, come to our squad, please. Like, I will gladly move on from a corner. If I can match him up with AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, we just signed him. So we can move on from Clark Phillips. He's a day one starter. I have no problem with moving him. D. Alford is still on our team, which is very interesting. Clark Phillips is young, so we could possibly get a left end for him. That's a young corner right there. So if we could just go for a left end, that'd work out in my books. Miles Murphy. See? Miles Murphy. Can we get you straight up? If we do a trade Clark Phillips for Miles Murphy? No. So the Bills, though, are showing interest. They got JT Tuomalo, who would be perfect for our squad. How about for Greg Rousseau? Why do you guys have two nice DNs? All right. Well, so I'll give the world for this. So pretty much we'll trade in our own third-round pick and a first of next year for JT. We don't like the offer. How about we try for Greg Rousseau? What if we tried for him? He has 1 year left on his deal. Okay, so no. They have more faith in him. So JT was just a guy, an extra guy they just picked up. So we'll throw in our 7th-round pick as well for JT. All right, looks like we'll have to throw in a 6th-round pick. Either way, we shore up a position of need big time. We get that done. We send the corner in the first of next year. We drafted a corner. And then at D-line, we're looking pretty solid, I'd say. Inside linebacker, we have Ernest Jones and Michael Walker. So the ends are coming together too. We have Braylon Trice in his 2nd year. JT, who we just traded for. David Onyemata. We'll gladly, honestly, trade you away. We'll trade you away, see if we can get a backup for our right end. Maybe a backup for our right end. Someone just for depth purposes. We're not looking for anything too crazy. Probably perhaps fits the scheme. Would probably be something we're looking for. Greg Gaines, that's a $5 million cap hit. I'm cool on that. Brandon Dorless, I'm cool on that. We could also draft someone. So honestly, our best bet is just trading him away for a. What if we want a first of like next year? David Onyemata. Anyone interested in him? No. So Raiders are somewhat interested. So I'll take a 4th of next year for him. And that goes through. So cool. We just cleared up David Onyemata. JT takes his spot. And then so we're going to have some young DNs. So that's going to be pretty solid. And we're going to let simulation handle the rest of the draft. Ooh, our offense is now at 88 and our defense is at 87. So we definitely upgraded big time. Draft recap, that center was a 72, but that we drafted 2 corners who were 77 overalls, and Tyreek Lambert and Wendell Little. So that's phenomenal. We drafted a backup quarterback. We drafted a safety. We drafted a center who's a 72, so we're going to need a little bit more. But he has hidden depth, though, so that should be okay. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with how that draft went. On paper, we look really good. We look really good. So we could probably take our division now big time. If we go to adjust lineup, right? Offense looks phenomenal, I'd say. Actually, offense needs to do a little bit more now that I think about it. I need more out of the offense. I want the scheme to fit. It says he's a field general, but Desmond Ridder, can you perform while changing the scheme? Like, that's the big question. Let's see if we can perform. I want to go to the part that has the best percentage. 76% I saw. 76% for vertical zone run. So let's see if that tailors more towards the guys. So it works for the offensive line. Works for Kyle Pitts. Works for receivers. Works for Troy Franklin. Okay. It works for them. And then defense is just good. Our defense is just great, honestly. We just have gems all over. So I'm very interested to see how this defense plays. I think they'll play really nice. We're going to sign a backup right end just so we have that depth. Maybe probably sign a veteran. Grady Jarrett's probably coming down on his last years, so we got to make sure that he goes out properly, right? And so if we look for a right end, just for depth purposes, Jerron Reed would be perfect. He could help teach these young cats how to Be a good 3-4 D lineman. And yeah, that should, bro, we're looking pretty good. On paper, I think we should be really good. So hopefully that's the case. We're going to take a look at Grady Jarrett's contract real quick because I don't know if he's what year he's on. Let's see. He's a mentor, trade target veteran. Honestly, or we should trade him. He spent 10 years with us. Let's see who would be interested in Grady Jarrett. No one's interested, so Packers would be interesting. Him and Kenny Clark. Any team looking for a nose tackle. We're not sending him to the Ravens because no. Steelers, no. Trying to see if Bears would be interested. Okay, so Bears. How about we trade him for a 3rd round pick? That goes through, so we lose our big piece on the D lineman, but we do that just so we can make some moves, and trade away some picks for some D lineman help, and I think that should work out really well if we go about it right. So we have 2 3s and 2 4s, so we're gonna use a 3 and a 4. See if we can get a young nose tackle, a young nose tackle that could help us out. Milton Williams is about 26. DJ Ritter's nope. Ed Oliver, $20 million cap hit. That would be a big cap hit, though. Something debatable, though, And as we keep looking here, Chris Jones, Javon Kinlaw, but he has bronze. He's a bronze, pretty much. Deron Payne, he's about 28. He's a $26 million cap hit. Nah, $26 million is crazy. But honestly, Mozzie Smith, though. He's about 24, star dev. Hold on, this would work. We probably have to go a little bit higher, though. Maybe a 2nd straight up for Mozzie Smith. Oh, cool. So 2nd straight up for Mozzie Smith. So we use our picks wisely. We got a new D tackle, Mozzie Smith. So a young D line. I think that's going to be great. Hopefully they play better than how we did last year. We finished 28th overall. So hopefully we don't get run all over. We got Mozzie Smith, JT, Trice. Bro, I love this. Like, I'm doing my best here, Falcons fans. I'm doing my best, so hopefully this works out. And let's go to the middle of the season this time to see how we do. So we're 3-4 by the middle of the season. Okay, we got a bye week, so 3-4, 2nd in the division. We just lost to the Buccaneers. So Buccaneers are who we're gonna be battling against for years to come, obviously. And probably thought we'd be a little bit better than that. We actually play them after the bye too. So take a look at how we're doing statistically. Offense is ranked 21st, so this is the lowest ranked offense we've had. And defense is ranked 13th, so defense has took a step up, but offense is doing a little bit worse. So we're probably going to have to change the scheme back just so it could fit our stuff better. But our defense still, Lorenzo Carter, 7.5 sacks. I love that. Leonard Floyd has 3 sacks. JT has 3 sacks. Trice has 2.5. Mozzie Smith has 1. We got some interceptions from our corners. So guys are doing their thing. And we're going to change the scheme back to what it was before just so that things don't change, So us changing our scheme back, we actually made the playoffs going 11-6. Bill Belichick has done it again. And we are looking pretty content. We won the division. We just beat the Saints 35-7. So I guess changing the offensive scheme back worked out big time. And let's take a look at our stats. Bijan Robinson was 2nd in the league with 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns. Love to see that. And statistics-wise, our offense finished 15th, so they took a step. So 8 touchdowns to 26 and 7 interceptions, really good. And Bijan is Bijan, of course. Bro, we don't get enough receiving yards, but our running backs do. That running back committee, we score a lot. Receivers did pretty solid, though. Defense, I'm very interested to see. Lorenzo Carter, 13 sacks. Leonard Floyd, 10 sacks. So Trice had 5. JT had 4.5. I love that from our D-line. Interceptions, Ernest Jones had 3 picks, so great pickup by us. And we are back in the playoffs, back for revenge. We made the Super Bowl, then did not make it the playoffs the following year. But I want to see, we're facing the Bears, who we sent Grady Jarrett to. So that's going to be interesting. But offense finished 15th. Defense finished 5th. So there you have it, right? There you have it. Bill Belichick, and the moment the defense is good, we're good. So we're facing the Bears. Let's see how that goes. So the Bears have Caleb Williams. They gave up on Justin Fields. So big first quarter drive. We do nothing. We get the ball back again, though. We do nothing. So it's a tight game. Defense probably going to give up a score here, which they do. Falcons, they get 3 points. Defense makes a stop. They get the ball back, but offense does nothing. Offense finally scores. They score back. Looks like a very tight game here. Falcons, they do nothing. Big third down stop. Wow, we're down by 10. Oh, it's game over. It's game over. Wow, we actually lost to the Bears, bro. What? What kind of performance was this? 95 passer rating. Run attack was non-existent. Van Jefferson had 3 catches, 112 yards, 1 touchdown. Okay, it's kind of all over the place, but expected more from our guys. We gave up 3 sacks to. We gave up so many sacks, bro. So many sacks, bro. What happened? That's not good. Super Bowl is Colts Niners. Wow. Pro Bowl, the disrespect again. Bijan Robinson made it, though. We love to see that. Receivers, none of our guys. Tight ends, Kyle Pitts made it. That's good. Great to see. Chris Lindstrom made it. It feels like no one changes on the O-line on who makes the Pro Bowl. That's so interesting. Leonard Floyd made it, and so did Lorenzo Carter. So our guys did really well. And cornerbacks, none of our guys, surprisingly. So very interesting how they wanted to go about it. Colts end up winning the Super Bowl 35-21. Anthony Richardson wins Super Bowl MVP. So wow, Anthony Richardson went off. That's respect at Super Bowl 60 as well. And we get to re-sign our players. We need a left tackle, so our left tackle retired. So this is big. This is big. We're gonna bump up this offense. Hopefully make a top 10 offense in this final year of trying to do this rebuild. Belichick has made the playoffs twice, made the Super Bowl once, so this is the 4th year. We have 18 players ready to negotiate with. So it's probably Drake London needs a deal. Bijan? Oh no, we'll accept his option. Desmond Ridder wants. Oh. Desmond Ridder doesn't even want a crazy deal. Oh, say less. Say less. I'll give you a 5-year deal, bro. I have faith in Desmond. 5th-year option, we got to pick up for Mozzie. Mike Hughes, we're going to let go because of those young guys we got. Arnold Ebiketie. You know, you're here for depth, so I'll just re-sign you. I think that's okay. And then Van Jefferson. We have Troy Franklin, Xavier Legette, and Drake London, so we're going to just leave that alone and let him go. Darren Hall, we're going to let go too, unless we don't have... No, we're good at corner. Yeah, we're good. We got some young guys, so we're set there. Troy Anderson, depth inside linebacker. Yeah, I think you should be good. 2-year deal. And we'll probably let the other guy go. Matt Hennessy. So, do you want to accept the 1-year deal? He does, so we're making good moves. D'Angelo Malone, backup right outside linebacker. We already have Lorenzo Carter and Zach Harrison, so we're kind of set there. Samori Toure, you're gone. Caleb McGarry, right tackle. So, we'll sign someone. We'll either sign or draft the right tackle because I'm not too confident in him. Jerron Reed's a 66, so you're gonna have to be gone. And Bradley Pinion, our punter. Let's get you back on a 2-year deal. No point in messing up the special teams unit. Oh, whoa. I just saw Tyler Algier. Whoa. Tyler Algier, where are you going, bro? He wants a 4-year deal. We'll give him 5 years. 5 years, and then we'll have that 1-2 punch combo forever. Cool. So we don't lose out on him. I'm okay with that. So we need the best tackles available. We have $64 million to work with. Jalen Ramsey is a free agent. Wow. No, that's not a guy we go for. But Zach Tom, Dan Moore Jr., no. Right tackle, what do we have? Evan Neal. He has interest. He doesn't fit our scheme. You know, well, we'll pick him up. Hopefully he plays better for us in this new scheme. And then we'll probably use our pick on a left tackle. But for right now, we'll probably sign a guy like Dan Moore Jr. just for depth purposes in case. I think I'm okay with that. D tackle. We're honestly really set with what we have. Like, we have Mozzie Smith, McKinley Jackson, and a guy named Jerry Molden. So the D-line core is not really a big concern. Right end, no. We got a guy named Zach Allen. Maybe sign him. He's about, 29. I think he would be good depth for us, you know. Strong safety, Von Bell. We have Richie Grant, DeMarco Halam. So we're actually, this team is built for the long run. So I like this project we have going on here. Oh my gosh, I just forgot we don't have any draft picks, dude. We don't have any draft picks. This is not good. So good thing we signed Dan Moore Jr. just in case, but oof, we're missing out big time. But look at the offense, though. The offense is looking great. Like, this is phenomenal, dude. Like, we did our thing. Defense is really good, too. Defense, I have no worries at all. Maybe draft a corner in the 3rd round. Let's see if we could trade for, like, a gem at left tackle. That would probably be a better case for us, right? So, trade center. I'm okay with moving one of these picks for that, because that's honestly our only need, really. So, we got draft picks. We still have both of them. So, draft pick for a left tackle. A young left tackle, perhaps. Orlando Brown's in the Bengals. Kieran Ejemadi. But, ooh, Burchard or Bernard Raymond. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me go to the 3rd round. Let me go to the 3rd round first and see what's available before we make that move. So let's go to next user pick. We have 2 picks back to back. I see a bunch of corners here. Left tackle. Oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is horrible. So, never mind. There's no gems. No gems whatsoever. Maybe a center. Nope. Nothing whatsoever. So, yeah. Looks like we'll probably trade away our pick for a Bernard Raymond, which I don't think is a bad idea, but we're going to have to go with that. I mean, I would like to have used it for someone else, but actually, we could keep looking around. Bernard Perriman is on the, I think, on the Cardinals. Bernard Raymond is his name. My bad. I was pronouncing it wrong. Taylor Decker's on the Colts. The Commanders have 3 left tackles for some reason. Tyler Smith plays left tackle now. Jordan Mailata's here. Andrew Thomas. Tarvaris Biggs. Oh, I doubt this would work. We'd have to give up the world for that left tackle. And it's definitely not going to work. So let's keep looking around. We don't need to go crazy for that left tackle position. We just need someone solid to just hold it down. Bro, Derek Jones. He's got 1 year left for a 3rd round pick. Nah. Okay, interesting. Tyron Smith and Jordan Morgan are on the Titans. Christian Darrisaw. Okay, so it looks like our best bet is going with Bernard Perriman. Hopefully this works straight up. So that one was closer. So we go with a 3rd and a 4 for their left tackle. They're like not interested. So 3rd, 4, and a 5th. Damn, man. How much do I gotta offer? A 6 as well. All that for that left tackle. If I could improve the deal. Okay, so maybe 2 4s. How about 1 3 and 2 4s? Okay, well they want a little bit more, so a 5th round as well. Cool. So we just get our new left tackle. Should help us out big time. We have an 89 offense and an 85 defense. This is the last year of Bill Belichick's rebuild here, and offense looks pretty solid. I mean, we had a lot going on. You know, offensive line is revamped. Some new guys here. Some new tight ends. Receivers are good. Desmond Ritter's at 87. Bijan Robinson's at a 96. Defense, we got some gems all over the place with our base 3-4 defense. We got lockdown corners. Safeties are great. So the sky's the limit for this squad here. I don't think they should do well, but let's see if Madden Simulation blesses, especially with this Belichick-themed team. Wow, we actually have our worst season to date. Okay, so we ended up going 6-11. Offense finished 26, so Desmond Ridder gets a contract extension and does sorry. So that's fun. Bijan Robinson at 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, okay. No one hit over 1,000 yards once this season. Defense, though, I like what I'm seeing from the defense. Our defense played well. With this Belichick-themed team, the defense really came together, so I'm happy with that. So offense kind of took a hit. I don't know. They were up and down for some reason. I don't know why that happened. And our defense finished top 10. So with Belichick, he made this Atlanta Falcons defense a top 10 defense, especially with the picks and moves we made, which was really good to happen. But for us going 6-11, that's a bummer. And that's how Bill Belichick would end his tenure as Atlanta Falcons head coach, with 1 Super Bowl appearance and with 2 playoff appearances and 2 losing seasons. What do you guys think? Would it play out like that in real life? Let me know in the comments down below.